92% of your fans, who are called cream puffs, which you guys said I could be one if I wanted to.
Absolutely,
are female, and they're mostly millennials, more than half millennials. So did you intend to cater to the female millennial demographic, or did it just kind of evolve?
The original series was definitely catered towards that demographic, actually because the original series was executive produced by You by Kotex. So it was a sponsored and branded digital series.
Right.
The film is not sponsored or branded, but that's sort of how it began. So that was definitely the target audience. But for us as actors, I would have never imagined having that audience for myself personally. But it's been such a wonderful gift to have it now because I get to be a role model and I get to be a voice for both queer youth and maybe kids who kind of feel like outsiders.
Right, and so it sounds like the point of this project really was, the series and the film, is to promote this non-stereotypical type of the LGBTQ community, especially what we see right now in mainstream media. So is that thought process always in your head when you guys are creating and telling these stories with that goal in mind, is to have another representation out there?
Yeah, I think it's so important to have representation that isn't centered around an angsty relationship between two women, that is the focal point of the story, but it's also not about their sexuality. It's just about, a vampire and a human who are doing normal things like fighting evil and saving the world. And so it really puts it at the foreground, but normalizes it as well. And I think that's so important to just have it be another fact and
not be like the plot line.
Yeah, exactly. And have a healthy relationship between two functioning adults. And
so you feel that this series and this movie is going to help make progress towards the representation of the queer community in the media?
Absolutely. And I also think that digital media creates an opportunity for stories to be told that maybe wouldn't be told in more mainstream media. And because of that, there's also this immediate response between fans and interaction where we get to hear firsthand from people what they respond to and what they don't respond to. And so it's really giving a voice to our audience and giving a voice of what people want to see and what people want to continue to see.
Well, let's talk about your fans, because obviously you have a huge fan base, and your fans actually helped you kind of fund this movie. You knew that it was going to work because they started pre-ordering
the film. A third of the movie's budget came from pre-sales of the film.
So how important is it to kind of integrate with your fans and have them be involved with the making of this movie?
Oh, I mean, it's so important. I think that's also part of the success of Carmilla, is that they actually listen to feedback from fans. And also, even just as actors, our fans are really important to us, and we have an opportunity to actually, step up and talk with them and make them feel like they're part of a safe space and a safe community. And one of my favorite parts of this job is when we actually get to interact with them, because if it hadn't been for them tweeting and posting and petitioning, we wouldn't have even had a second season or a third season, let alone a feature film. So they are definitely a huge part of this. And I think in many ways the film is very much a love letter to the fans, but I think that anyone can still enjoy it, though. There's comedy, it's like romantic, it's sexy, it's funny, there's action. So it's just feel-good movie.
A feel-good movie, okay, and it's available now. Everyone can watch it.
On full screen.
Streaming on full screen, and if you live in Canada, your guys' hometown, you can also go and see it.
It's a town, the town of Canada.
Sorry, clearly I'm not Canadian. Your guys' home
I live in downtown Canada.
You guys can go see it in select theater. I just lost it now. Select theaters,
of course. Buns. It throws you all off.
I'm getting signals from the aliens in my buns. Okay, but I have to ask before I let you go. You guys, of course, play vampires for a long time now. But what are you guys going to be for Halloween? Because obviously the vampire thing's probably old hat. So what are you guys dressing up as tonight? Since I am obviously dressed up right now.
I actually don't play a vampire. That's Natasha's. Natasha gets to be the vampire. Just gonna be a human. But I don't. This is the first year that I don't have a Halloween costume picked out. I'm going as an ironic millennial.
Ooh, yes. I'm going as a very sleepy actress.
Oh, those are great costumes. Great costumes. Well, Elise and Natasha, thank you so much for sitting down with me today.
Thank you.
All right, we're gonna go back over to everyone at the New York Stock Exchange.
Yes, all right, perfect. Thanks so much, Alyssa.
We didn't give our guest